Hey guys, my name is Alex. I'm founder of UNO.farm. UNO.farm is a cross-chain yield aggregator and optimizer with a unique cross-chain liquidity swap functionality. So we're operating in DeFi, and we see that the market have a great potential growing in upcoming 5 or 10 years. And recent collapses of different custodial services in Texas is just putting a lot of interest to the decentralized financial products. So there's a bunch of problems which is preventing mass adoption from a DeFi. It's a bad UI, APY volatility problem where you cannot just provide your liquidity to one yield source and forget about this for good. UI is quite complicated on this scheme. You can see just a fraction of what users need to do in order to just do the reinvest manually. And of course, there is a big risk of losing funds if you operate with unsafe protocols. So UNO.farm is creating one single entry point which is aiming to be very user friendly, first of all. So we're building an ecosystem which will be as easy to use as Web2 services. For instance, provide such a feature as a single asset entry and withdrawal from any token to any kind of pool of autostrats. Automated reinvest mechanism, which is maximizing APY by selling these farm tokens automatically with the most optimal frequency. Autostrats is our answer to the APY volatility problem. They're swapping liquidity to the better yield source automatically and also swapping some of the tokens inside for the better efficiency. Of course, users need to understand what is going on with their portfolio via analytics steps, and we put a lot of efforts into the safety issues. So, for instance, we're not aggregating everything inside. We're carefully selecting yield sources before implementation. We do have an anti-reg pool system, inheritance mechanism, and insurance pool as a safety features. So, I want to elaborate a little bit more about our AutoStrat solution. So, AutoStrats are working like this. Like, imagine that you're providing liquidity in form of USDT DAI, let's say 20%, but there is another pool which is providing like 25% at the same time. So our algorithms will calculate whether it's reasonable or not to move this liquidity automatically according to the gas fee, the pool's duration, the amount of liquidity. And if the answer is yes, liquidity will be moved from one yield source to another one. Also, we taught our algorithms how to swap some of the tokens inside, meaning that in this case, USDT will be swapped to USDC, and again, liquidity will be swapped if it's reasonable to do this. I just want to show you very briefly how it works on the product. So we've created white box solution, meaning 100% DeFi solution for the autostrats. Each autostrat consists of some prefabricated list of the pools, meaning for instance, this one consists of 6 different pools, and liquidity can travel within only 6 pools. In this case, it cannot go outside this ecosystem. Meaning that users will have a full custody and understanding what is going on with their liquidity, where it's located right now, where it can be relocated. Also, they can take a look at the previous liquidity transfers which took place and have a clear, full picture of what is going on with their liquidity provided. Why it is so important to move liquidity? So we have conducted some back tests of the autostrats, taking some real market data from Beefy Finance, one of our top competitors, and it turns out that if you just provide liquidity and you don't move it, you'll get, for instance, 7.4% on the stable pools on Sushi, 9.2% on the QuickSwap, but UNO.farm will perform 11.6% because liquidity will be traveling from one yield source to another one, always trying to catch up the best place where it should be parked. And like the more yield sources are connected, the more blockchains are connected, the more efficiently the algorithm is working. And for instance, it's highlighted here on the Ethereum USDT pool, so you can gain 22.6% tops on the Sushi QuickSwap, but UNO would perform 55% because APY will be more volatile. In this case, there will be more internal liquidity swaps, which is taking us to the which is taking us to the situation where you can just gain additionally 1.4 up to 2x additional APY on top of the same liquidity which you are providing. So if you start about protocol is live on 4 EVM compatible chains and 1 non-EVM compatible chain. There are 7 different protocols implemented inside. Smart contracts are fully audited by the CertiK. We do have 120K of the TVL, which is corresponding to top 50 in all chain category according to DeFi Llama, and top 10 on the Polygon. We do have around 6.6K connected wallet and 1.5K deposits so far. We are accelerated by the Cointelegraph, and the guys are helping us with the marketing, branding, and PR services. We took place in an IC Labs accelerator program, accelerated by the Polygon Village and TDE.fi, received several grants from the chains and some DeFi protocols, and we're putting a lot of efforts on our social, especially on Twitter and Discord. We do have quite a lot of things already done inside our roadmap, but so far I would say it's something in the middle of our ecosystem building. So now we're focusing on the AutoStrats version 2 implementation on the B2B, yield as a service functionality and inheritance mechanism. So The general business model for the UNO.farm is transactional, so we're going to harvest transaction fees from all the features implemented inside, and these fees will be governed by the DAO. So the DAO will act as a big CEO, controlling 40% of the whole total token allocation and making the general decisions, which is making DAO governance the biggest token utility. Apart from this, there will be a tier system where users need to stake token in order to get access to this nice ecosystem features, affiliate system with the referral payments in token, white label solution with the subscription payments in token for the businesses, and some other token utilities. So first of all, we started UNO.farm as a retail product, but at some point we understood that businesses have the same demands into nice product which can generate top-notch APY for them. So now we're doing three B2B integrations with two neobanks, Brightly.app and Banksy.com, and other DeFi protocol named Farm XYZ, and trying to explore this ecosystem as far as we can, because we see this is the greatest pivot point in the TVL traction. Our team is quite sophisticated, working with the different DeFi products, because we previously found Mycelium Lab. It's a Web3 development company operating since 2019. I guess we have created more than 30 different custom DeFi products back in the days, and the greatest expertise is shared by the Roman. He is like our CTO and my partner, and he's encrypted from 2011, and like started to operate with the smart contracts from the day one, encrypted development from 2013, and I would say he's the father of the UNO.farm from the technical side. In total, we are raising 3 million for the whole ecosystem. Now we do have private round, like ongoing private round with a 60 million fully diluted market cap. It's 1.5 million available allocation, but also we do have a chunk of the seed round available as well. It's 100k with a valuation of 9 millions. And I would love to get you guys on board and have help us to create this DeFi mass adoption. So let's farm together. Thank you for your attention.